Hi, come on in.
Hi, I'm Mark from ADP.
Mrs. Page, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. So, I was wondering, how did you and your husband get started with this clinic?
Well, actually, my husband has been in this business for about 10 years, and in our hometown, we haven't had a clinic, so he thought it was a good idea to establish one
Yeah.
himself.
Yeah, because my mom's RN right now, but she started out in a clinic and she really enjoyed it.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah. Do you mind if I take notes during our meeting today?
That's fine, yeah.
All right. Thanks. Well, I just wanted to confirm our 10 minutes for this meeting. And for this meeting, I just really wanted to know you and your husband better, and the clinic and the business, and what certain short-term goals we have for ourselves.
Okay.
And before I ask you any more questions, is there any other key decision maker today that would need to sit down with us?
Well, I'm the one who handles all the payroll processes, but hopefully Dr. Page will also be informed about it.
Oh, so will you be able to inform him?
Yes, and then if everything works out in our next meeting, I can bring him too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay.
All right. So I understand you're very successful at this clinic. Are there any other clinics?
Yes, so we have this one in Noonan, and we also have a second one in Peachtree City.
Peachtree? All right. That's great. How many employees do you currently have in both locations?
Well, total we have 35. We have 20 in the Noonan and 15 in the Peachtree.
Okay. And since y'all have been very successful, are y'all thinking about expanding some?
Actually, we are. We want to
Oh,
add
wow.
a third location.
Oh,
Yeah.
third location where?
In Tyrone, and we hope to do that within maybe the next 2 years.
Oh, okay. So, Mrs. Page, for your current 35 employees, how do you handle the payroll system?
Well, I am doing it myself. It takes me quite some time. We do our time cards manually, so I have to collect that information, put it into the system, and then I have to sort stuff and send out the checks.
And how does that impact you having to do the time cards manually instead of on a computer per
It
se?
takes a lot of my time. This is supposed to only be a part-time job, but
Yeah.
it really takes away my time from my children. I have two small children at home.
Yeah. So you're just helping out your husband, but
Yeah.
you also want to take care of your children.
Mhm.
All right. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, so hopefully I'm trying to find another solution.
So you're trying to find alternatives to
Right.
find a much more time-efficient
Right.
system for you. So other than the manual time cards, are there any other procedures you take whenever taking into account all the payrolls?
Well, from those manual time cards, I have to input all that information into the system, and we actually use this off-the-shelf brand right now.
Oh, what's
It's
that?
the Microsoft Dynamics
Oh.
GP program.
Oh, I've heard of that.
It's a little complicated though. It takes me quite some time, and sometimes the information is incorrect.
Oh,
And
really?
Yes. So I have to take more time to redo those checks if I send them out wrong.
Yeah. Are there any other issues you have with Microsoft?
No, not really. I just wish I knew how to use it more efficiently or better, and just like the incorrect checks, I have
Yeah.
about 4 each pay period, so I would like to fix that.
Yeah. And about the system itself, are there any upgrades?
Well, for upgrades, it is yearly, and that
Oh.
costs about $1,500
$1,500.
every year.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right, so you're fine with the system, it's just there are just some things you feel like there could be more.
Yes, like, for example, when I'm trying to put in information for the employee's pay time off and vacation time, it's really hard to read on the Microsoft program,
Oh.
so I have to read and put that information into an Excel program for it to be easier for me.
Oh, okay. So it's not on the actual system itself?
No,
Oh,
I have to
okay.
use another program.
So you have to keep track on that.
Right.
All right. So are there any other issues that you have to deal with the system, or?
Well, for when I put in information into Excel, sometimes the information is a little wrong, and I only give out the employees' vacation times every so often, and a lot of employees often call me asking me about their vacation time, and actually some of the information on the Excel is wrong, so some employees will take time off when they didn't even accrue that time. Yeah.
So you want to be more accurate so
Right.
that both you and your employees are satisfied and the payroll amount is accurate.
Yes.
So in a quick summary about that, the payroll system you have, it does its job, but you feel like you need more applications to where you don't have to rely on Excel. You
Right.
just want to have everything in one.
Right, I just want to use one program.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to more financial matters.
Okay.
How do you handle taxes? Do you have a
Well,
system?
yes, well, we use that same program, and I have to do tax deposits, quarterly filings, W-2s, and tax penalties.
Okay.
Well, for tax deposits, it takes me about 15 minutes per pay period.
Oh,
Yeah, and so that adds up a lot of time.
yes.
And for the quarterly filings, it's only every quarter, but that also takes me 2 hours per quarter.
Okay, so this additional time to handling the payroll system
Right,
itself.
on top of everything else.
Oh, okay.
And then also for the W-2s, it takes about 15 minutes per pay period
Oh,
also.
okay.
And some of the information with that program, I've also had like misinformation, and I actually had one penalty for
Oh,
reporting
wow.
my taxes late about 4 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, we want to avoid those kind of things.
Yeah.
So which bank do you all use?
We decided to bank with Capital One actually.
Okay, and are there any expenses involved?
Yes, there's actually a $250 fee every month.
Okay. So, with the banking procedures, how long does it take out of your week?
Well, I would say it takes me about 1 hour per month just reconciling all the bank statements.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, other than banking procedures and keeping up with the taxes, are there any other regulatory actions you need to take?
Well, for human resources, we actually keep up to date with that through the SHRM website.
Okay.
But then we also have a local law firm that we consult whenever we have more complex matters.
Oh, all right. Great. All right, well, it seems like we're reaching the end of time, so I just wanted to summarize all that we went through today. I understand that you have 2 current locations, and then you have one over in Tyrone that you hoping to open up.
Yes,
And,
hopefully.
yeah, and then for the payroll system, it's manual, but you also use a computer system, but there's a lot of discrepancies and a few mistakes going on, but you want just one single application,
Right.
one single software that can do much more than just entering payroll information and finding you the check amount, so that you don't have any problems with you or your employees. And I understand that you have children too, so we just want to make sure you save time and the payroll process is more efficient. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. So I just wanted to thank you for seeing me today. And was it possible if I could schedule another appointment
Yes,
with you?
please. Me and my husband are actually free next week.
Next
We're
week?
free on Tuesdays and Thursdays in the morning.
Tuesdays and Thursdays?
So either Tuesday or Thursday would be fine.
All right, so would Thursday at 9 next week be fine?
Yes, that sounds good.
All right, 9 a.m.
Yes, and I'll be here with Dr. Page also.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mrs. Page.